The flora and fauna of the Baja Peninsula is absolutely amazing every time you come down. It's definitely in a bloom type situation where everything is green. This is the BFGoodrich 50 Best of Baja, and my name is Cameron Steele. This is episode 4, and what we're doing is running down the 50 best spots as voted on by some off-road experts, and of course it's all evolved from off-road racing and off-roading over the Baja Peninsula. We have a lot of great people that are involved, like Frank D'Angelo, who's been laying out the Baja 1000 courses for quite some time, 5-time Baja 1000 winner, Ryan Thomas, Kurt Leduc, who's a Baja 1000 winner and a legend, of course a member of the Off-Road Motorsports Hall of Fame. Johnny Campbell's involved, 11-time Baja 1000 overall champion on the dirt bikes, and then Bill Nichols, Jimmy Sones, myself, Cody Stewart from the Desert Assassins. We've all got together and put this list, and what we got right now is we got a beautiful area to take a look at some cactus, and that's what we're gonna do. You can see the rock formations, you can see the boojums, the cardones, but before we do that, let's jump right into number 38. This is what I call the Baja Grand Canyon. It's all the way south on the Baja Peninsula and it is absolutely breathtaking. You come around a couple corners and all of a sudden, boom, giant vastness. I don't even know the real name, but I know it looks just like the Grand Canyon, just Baja style.
Grand Canyon was gorgeous. I mean, it was so pretty. The cliffs, and then to pop out to see how blue the Sea of Cortez was.
Granted, it's not just like the Grand Canyon in the United States. It has its own flavor, its own Baja style, but it has these massive drop-away ledges, and the thing that I really feel is iconic about this Baja Grand Canyon is the different color rocks. If you take a look, you see these crazy green rocks, which we call the Incredible Hulk rocks, and then you'll see all these different pink hues and different colors as you go along the washes. And then, of course, the end of the Baja Grand Canyon, when you're headed south, basically you come out a place called El Machudo, which is this rock formation along the Sea of Cortez, and is absolutely breathtaking. You drive right by it on the road, and the whole area will make you stop and think, especially about how close the corners are to the edges. Definitely an epic location, of course. That leads you to Punta Coyote and then down to La Paz, where there's more beauty in the southern part of the Baja Peninsula. Right now, though, I'm standing in the middle of the Never Never. It's a spot that we just call this because there's nothing out here. Some of the stuff that we're giving you isn't book read, it's by stories told from people to people. So my story right here, before we go to number 37, this is the Seuss Tree. And this is a protected area on the Baja Peninsula, and it's the Valle de los Cirios, which is the Seuss tree as we talked about. I like to call it the Dr Seuss Tree. Some people call it the boojum tree. And the bottom line is they say it only is indigenous to this area of the Baja Peninsula. Now, we've heard stories that it's also on the other side of the Sea of Cortez as well. It's starting to migrate that way. But what's really cool is it's super unique, and whenever people see it, it just like blows them away. Now Seuss, I'm told, is like the equivalent of match, and you can see how when it blooms, the yellow fire is on top of the Seuss tree. So it's a magnificent looking plant and something that stands out, something that's different, something that definitely signifies that you're in Baja. Also something that's in Baja, number 37. This is the Naranjo Summit. It's again down south where you cross over the mountains from the Sea of Cortez, and then you can pop up and you can see the ocean on the other side of the Pacific Ocean, that is. So let's take a look and see what makes it so magical.
That's definitely a little bit different. I mean, you expect the barren desert, but you definitely don't expect the jungle, and that's exactly what we have here up on the Naranjo Road. Something a little different. Everybody's pretty shocked about it.
The Naranjo Summit basically starts just outside of San Jose del Cabo, not too far from the airport. It's a graded road, or a 2-track passage in some cases, where you climb up in altitude. Now, I don't know the exact altitude, but I would have to guess somewhere around 3,500 to 4,000 feet.
I thought we were in Baja, not the jungle. Woohoo!
We've been able to explore this area on motorcycles, navigating some of the tight turns, and in trucks. And one of the cool features not only is the breathtaking view from the top where you can stop and take in this panoramic view of the Pacific if you're coming from the Cia Cortez side, but also the trees growing out of the side of the hill and wrapping their roots around the rocks and growing in just basically inhospitable situations. It's just another spot on the Baja where you might not travel to unless you took a second to find it on a map, to talk to someone about it, and understand what the Naranjo Summit is. I gotta tell you, I love the Naranjo Summit. I haven't been there very many times, but it is definitely breathtaking. But it gives you that wow moment, right? Speaking of wow moments, when people come to Baja, or when they talk about Baja, they think of the cardon cactus, the bujums, the barrel cactus, but rarely do they think of pine trees. And that is number 36. The pine forest is one of the gateways of the Baja Peninsula because it's right up near the border. It's also home to one of the 4 national parks called Laguna Hansen, or holding Laguna Hansen. And it's just one of those breathtaking spots you would never expect, but yep, it's a part of Baja and it's a part of the BFGoodrich 50 Best.
When we got here today, I went to Cameron. I said, Cameron, I think I may have really messed up. And he said, how's that? And I said, I can't remember if I put this spot on my list, but it's got to be on that list if it's not. I mean, when you come up here, it's not like anything you would expect to see in Baja with the big pine trees, and it's just beautiful up
here. So Laguna Hansen, pine trees, lake. Who would have ever thought you'd find something like this in Baja? Most people don't realize that there is this kind of stuff in northern Baja. I love it. It's on my list. Been here hundreds of times. It's fun to see the lake recede and come up and go down and come up and go down. Lots of times, a lot of cows, other wildlife come down and drink at the lake. Been on my list forever. Love this place.
From the massive beasts of the pine forest in the northern end of Baja to this cardon right here in central Baja down in the Never Never, Baja just never disappoints with the views, the vistas, and of course, the landscape is filled with these cardons. Let's keep moving on. Number 35 is a place that we don't really travel to, we don't have footage of, so we're just gonna stamp it right here. Number 35 is Todos Santos. But as we keep moving down the peninsula, there's more epic beauty. Of course, this next spot, number 34, has a lot of history and a lot of culture. It was once the capital of California, and of course it's the home of where the Trail of Missions goes to, as it is the birthplace of the Mission Trail. Let's visit number 34, Loreto.
The birthplace of the Mission Trail here in Loreto. It's right downtown and not far off the Cia Cortez. It's a pretty town to come to. Everybody's super friendly. Here we are to check it out.
The Loreto mission was founded in 1697 and was the first mission to take hold. And that is the location where all the other missions were created from, or where the travel started out up the Baja Peninsula. Now, Loreto is a place that has an international airport, it has a port to go fishing, and of course it has a huge history in off-road racing. And that's a wrap, my friends. This is the 50 Best of Baja, and this episode is over. But guess what? We're gonna keep counting them down. We'll be coming back to you, and next time around, we're gonna be talking about the Seven Sisters, we're gonna be talking about the Giant Point at we're going to talk about El Coyote and Rancho Melling, where some of the nicest people in the world would love to host you at their ranch. And of course, more things along the Baja Peninsula. We won't disappoint you, I don't think. If you keep coming back, I'd love to have you like, love to have you share, I'd love to have you interact. Make some comments and share this beautiful Baja Peninsula with everybody through the interwebs. Have a great day. We'll see you next time on the BFGoodrich 50 Best of Baja.